Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Alan Troop reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Tuesday, October 8th. Tonight we report on a fatal collision at an intersection near Moses Lake and Quincy Mayor Jim Hembry's decision on a new police chief. In sports, Bob Kirkpatrick reports on the Seahawks and Huskies. And our spotlight story tonight is about an award-winning Soap Lake High School teacher. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, a Kennewick semi-truck driver died in a Monday afternoon collision about 7 miles southeast of Moses Lake. Two semis collided at the intersection of Road O and Road 2 southeast at 4 p.m. Robert Valdez, a 37-year-old truck driver, died in the collision. Grant County Sheriff's Office investigators are still trying to determine how the collision occurred, spokesman Kyle Foreman said. Coroner Craig Morrison said the cause of death was due to blunt force trauma to the head, torso, and extremities. According to Foreman, the other driver was uninjured. A Portland police lieutenant may become Quincy's new police chief. Mayor Jim Hembry selected Bob Heimbach to serve as the city's new police chief. Heimbach is replacing former police chief Richard Ackerman, who was terminated from the position in May following protests by residents and a no-confidence vote by the city council. Heimbach has 25 years of law enforcement experience and has worked in patrol, investigations, training, and administration. He is presently in charge of youth crime prevention and the gang resistance education and training program. Quincy started a similar program last year, sending 2 officers into classrooms to teach children how to avoid getting involved in gangs. The lieutenant's experience working with youth and his visibility in his present position influenced Hembry's decision, he said. A background check and a city council vote remain before Heimbach can take the position. The new chief is expected to be in the position by December 1st. 3 people were injured in a crash yesterday evening on Interstate 90. Sonia Blankenship, a 65-year-old woman from Spokane Valley, was driving a 2002 GMC Yukon west on the interstate when she reportedly drove off the left side of the road about 16 miles west of Moses Lake. She allegedly overcorrected and drove off the right side of the road, rolled, and ended up on its top, according to the Washington State Patrol. Blankenship, along with the 2 passengers, 33-year-old Laura Semler from Spokane and 60-year-old Beverly Dow from Pullman, were transported to Samaritan Healthcare for their injuries. State Patrol investigators suspect driver inattention caused the crash and cited Blankenship for driving with her wheels off the road. An $8 million Apple storage facility may open near Royal City. The Grant County Commissioners agreed to a $260,000 grant and loan package to the Port of Royal Slope to help build water pipes to the Hiawatha Industrial Park after promises of an $8 million expansion to build an Apple storage facility. The money is provided through the Strategic Infrastructure Program, which uses a refund from the state portion of sales tax to fund projects aimed at economic development. The funding signals the end of a 4-year struggle to provide water to several Royal City industries in the industrial park. The issue started when the State Department of Health asked the port to extend its water main to the industrial park in 2009. The port has built a well and a reservoir and needs to finish extending the pipe to the industrial park. The funding will allow the port to finish the project. Other businesses have promised expansion with the water systems, which the port expects to allow at least 21 new businesses at the industrial park and is likely to create 5 to 10 jobs in the next few years. Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DLC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. And we will be back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER Weather Center, sports, and more news.